Hey man, I just want y'all to understand this one thing. This one thing right here when it comes to building muscle, when it comes to getting jacked, when it comes to becoming him, is that all of this stuff takes time. None of this is packaged up and handed to you. It's something that one has to work for, one has to develop themselves over time to achieve. And I want y'all to understand that, man. Nothing that's great comes fast at all. I'll give y'all a quick example. You know, sometimes there's these guys that blow up on the internet. Let's say the hot tuah girl, for example. That's a terrible example, but a few months ago she blew up and all this stuff, but like, it's been a few months and nobody's talking about her no more, you know? She had her time, 15 minutes of fame, gone. What's so great about her, you know? All she did was make some comment on the internet and then blew up off of it. Yeah, she got her offers and all that stuff, but besides that, what else about her is great, you know? It's just the truth. But if you think of other people, like I can sit here, I can think of these names like Muhammad Ali, people like that. Dog, I wasn't even born when Muhammad Ali was in his prime or anything like that. That was literally 40 years before I was born. And I know the man's name because he was great. And all of the work that he put in to get to the top, it took time, right? And I really need y'all to understand that when it comes to this game of building muscle, when it comes to this game of building a strong mind and a strong body, everything takes time. You can't rush it. So to put it all together, we have to get rid of this mentality where we need things ASAP. That's not normal. This is just something that's new to the age that we live in today, because again, everything can be packaged and just given to you, but if you don't understand the process behind it and what it takes to get there, then what's the point? You've just been given something that's of large value, but you don't know how to use it, which makes it a waste at the end of the day. A complete waste. So this mentality of this instant gratification, you got to get rid of it. You have to learn to love delayed gratification. Struggled a little bit now. Things are going to be a bit tight. Things are going to be a bit uneasy, uncomfortable right now. But later, you can chill. You can do what you want because you've gone through all these hard things of lifting the weights, of developing yourself and building these great characteristics for yourself to then become the guy that you want to become him. You've got to get rid of that mentality, for real. I need you to understand this other thing as well when it comes to building muscle, when it comes to being him. It's the fact that time is your friend. It is your friend, for real. I'm putting all these videos out and like me sitting here on the couch, I'm really relaxed talking to the camera. I feel like myself. You can go back to some videos that I put out. It might have been 6 months ago, 7 months ago. You can see how different I am in front of the camera compared to now, because I'm becoming more and more comfortable with doing it. Even when I stutter my words, I really don't care. I used to be really conscious of it, but now it doesn't matter to me. It's just a part of me. Sometimes I stumble over my words, and it is what it is. And I learned that over time because time has been my friend. It's shown me different experiences as to where I just become more and more comfortable with myself, and I learn. It's the same thing with getting jacked, man. Time is your friend. Don't rush into things. We live in a society today where we have all this data, we have all this information, we have all these research papers, and we're just getting them thrown at us constantly, especially for you newer guys. I know how confused y'all get with all this information out saying that you should do things a certain way one week, and then the next week there's another research paper coming out that completely contradicts what was said in the last research paper, right? So I need you to understand that time is your friend. Bring things back down to the basics. Understand the basics. Use time on the basics, because when you've mastered that, that's when you can go over to those research papers and start pulling different things from them that you can apply to yourself to get jacked, right? Time is your friend, even as a human being, man. You know, we all can sit and think about certain situations that we've been in back in time. This is back in time, and we've learned from them. And sometimes these situations come up again. Similar ones, or ones that are the exact same. But this time around, we know how to handle it. Because time is our friend. We learned something back in time. We mastered it. And then now that something's come back, something's come up again, and we've been able to deal with it in the correct manner. I'm telling y'all, man, time, it teaches you lessons, man. And you have to use it to your advantage, especially now with all these guys that are so obsessed with instant gratification. Put the work in, put the time in, and just watch how there's this gap that starts to form between you and other guys. They'll just be falling behind because they don't seem to understand that time is something that's to be utilized. It's not something that should just be looked down upon. Yes, sometimes you want to be efficient with your workouts and with the way you do things. But sometimes using that amount of time where you do use more time is what's going to help you to become more efficient because you learn lessons. So again, man, time is your friend. I'm telling you this, and I mean it. It's something that I've come to understand. Time is your friend. Sometimes we want things to happen so fast. There's things that I want myself to just happen really fast. But when I look back, I'm really grateful for the fact that I've been able to use the time that was given to me to learn and to experience things so that when I do move on to what I really want to do and achieve, I have those experiences with me in my backpack so that I can navigate things easier. Now, 90% of y'all watching this video, y'all aren't subscribed to this channel. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, drop a comment if you're enjoying what I'm putting out, and let's get this channel to grow. But anyway, back to the video. The last thing I want to talk about here is that nothing can be perfectly packaged. Now, I said this in the beginning of the video, I've been bringing it up a little bit, but nothing can be perfectly packaged. Imagine, it's kind of hard to figure things out when things are already perfectly packaged for you and done for you, because when it's perfectly packaged, it doesn't apply to you. It just applies, it doesn't, how can I explain this? It doesn't revolve around you. It just revolves around a square. You know what I mean? Because all of us are different. Some of us are built different. Some of us think differently, you know? So having things perfectly packaged is actually a disadvantage. It doesn't help you out because it doesn't pertain to you. It's not tailored to you. And it makes things difficult when things are perfectly packaged. Me, I'm a person, I enjoy mistakes. I enjoy making a bit of a mistake. Now, I'm not talking about life-changing mistakes that like make things go down the drain, but I enjoy seeing the mistakes so that I can take a step back, have a larger perspective of things, and then package it in so that I don't ever make that mistake again. And that's the thing with things that are perfectly packaged, like the perfectly packaged workout or the perfectly packaged person. Because that's the two things I'm talking about right now. If everything's perfectly packaged, how are you going to figure out what works best for you? Sometimes you have to make those mistakes and you have to tweak things. You have to recalibrate things in order to get the ball rolling so that you just gain full momentum. You know what I mean? You can't fit, well, you can fit a square inside of a circle, but the thing is, that square isn't going to be able to fill up that circle because it's missing some parts of it. You know what I mean? That's a kind of a difficult analogy to put together, but I just need y'all to just bear with me here, man. Imagine it in your head just like I'm imagining it in my head. You can fit that square inside the circle. It's going to work, of course, but it's not going to fill up the whole circle. So getting things perfectly packaged is a disadvantage. That's enough for me on this video. Delayed gratification for the win, man, for real. Delayed gratification for the win. That's what's going to take all of us really far. Delaying gratification, understanding it, using it to our advantage. Hey y'all, Felix here. Now, building muscle doesn't have to be as complicated as people make it out to be. Not at all. We already live in a world where we have a lot of information, an overload of information. For example, this right here. That right there can leave you very confused as a newbie or as a person that wants to see significant changes in your physique. And I understand that. This is why I created Muscle Made Easy. Muscle Made Easy is based off of my workouts back from 2021, or the program that I created for myself back in 2021, when I really started to see significant changes in my physique. I've based the whole program off of the basics of progressive overload and hypertrophy, because that was all I did to build muscle. And now I'm giving y'all the blueprint and full access to it, all for free, so that y'all can start to see significant changes yourself. There's no gimmicks, there's no runarounds. I'm not here to confuse you. I'm not here to throw a bunch of studies in your face. All I'm here to do is to help you build muscle in a simple, efficient, and effective manner. That's all I care about. So if you're ready to stop being confused and overwhelmed, and you're ready to start building muscle in a simple, effective way, where you also gain a deeper understanding of how to do it, then this program's for you. If you're on my website, I'm gonna guess you're already on the page for the workout. Fill out that form below, go ahead and grab it. And if you're on YouTube, go ahead, hit that link in my description, and go ahead and grab the program. Enjoy it, guys. Let's get it.